I'm trying to lose 6 kilos in 6 weeks, and a big part of losing weight is counting your calories and knowing that you're in a calorie deficit. The first week went perfect. I tracked everything to the gram. Every meal was weighed out, every workout was dialed in. But let's be real, life doesn't always go like that. You go on trips, birthdays, weekends away, go into the pub with your friends and family. All places where you can't really bring your food scales to the table. So this week, we're testing something out. I've always wondered, can you actually lose weight without tracking your calories perfectly? Week 1 was by the book, doing everything I was meant to be doing. Week 2, we're away from home. No kitchen scale, no routine, and an unfamiliar environment. So here's the experiment. Can I still lose weight without tracking food to the gram? Here's how we're gonna achieve this. 1. Eat whole foods. Focusing on trying to get protein in every single meal, trying to increase our fibre, especially with fruit and veg, so that we try and stay full throughout the day, as well as, of course, getting healthy fats and healthy carbs in our diet. Number 2, try and average hitting 10k steps for the week. I honestly think walking helps you so much throughout fat loss, and this will help us throughout the week. It's easy to do, it's not physically demanding, and it's actually good for me mentally. And finally, number 3, keep workouts consistent. We'll be away from our home gym, so trying to find any type of workout equipment, whether that be an outdoor workout, maybe going for a run, or even actually finding a gym while we're out there, is definitely going to help and keep us consistent. This is everything that we're going to try and do. Let's see how the week goes. To make this easier, we had to shop smart. At the start of the week, we stocked for a lot of lean meat, all the proteins that we wanted to have throughout the week, as well as our fruits, our veg, rice, and everything else we were going to need to stay within that whole food diet, and trying to keep it minimal processed foods as possible. Eating whole foods makes this whole process easier. The fact that we're increasing our fiber is going to help throughout the week, keeping us fuller for longer, and we tried to make a few swaps away from our traditional sweet treats to berries and yogurt, which is still pretty sweet and is in fact probably healthier. So, what did we actually struggle with? I've been tracking food for a very long time, especially using food weighing scales, and stepping away from that and trying to eyeball food was definitely hard to get used to at first. You kind of second guess yourself. There's a lot of different foods where I went, did I put too much in? But that did get better throughout the week. Having a kitchen did really help. We were able to make whole foods, we were able to make our veggies, and honestly just help keep us on track. We also did have to compromise throughout the week. Of course, when you're spending time with other people, it's not just all about you, it's actually about what you both want to eat on particular days. Luckily, our tastes did line up, so the majority of the meals that we had were pretty much identical, and it was easy to cater to both of us. Finally, the biggest thing for me was actually not overindulging. When I go away from home, when I spend time with others, I tend to eat quite a lot. This is one of my favorite things, and I want to enjoy myself as much as possible and not really think about food. So having to take a step back and having to control myself and being more conscious about the foods that I was eating and the drinks that I was potentially drinking throughout the week, this was definitely one of the biggest challenges because I am a serial overindulger. Now, what went well? We wanted to eat a bunch of whole foods throughout the week, and I think we definitely did that. The shop at the start of the week really helped because the food was already there for us to prepare, and we didn't order takeaway just because of convenience. We were having good quality foods that we actually wanted, ranging from different types of meat and fish, as well as filling our plate with vegetables as much as we could. Of course, for breakfast, we'd have stuff like Greek yogurt, fruit throughout the day to really round us out. We also hit a very good average for steps. Some days we were above 10,000, some days we were below. On one of the days we went to the beach and went for a hike. This really increased our steps, and on average throughout the week we hit well over 10k steps. This was easily one of the highlights, and having something like this where you're actually out and active and spending time with your friends and family, personally for me, is such a great feeling, and you kind of kill two birds with one stone. Of course, we were spending time away, we wanted to enjoy this, and one of the nights we watched the football and had a few drinks. But the key was being mindful. Knowing roughly how much calories I had throughout the day, how much space I had for the drinks, as well as fitting that in, meaning that I could still enjoy myself and hopefully still be in a calorie deficit. A lot of people think when you're on a diet, you have to cut out everything that you enjoy, and I really just don't believe in that. I think flexible eating is definitely possible, and if you eat 80% of the time good foods, the foods that you're meant to be eating, you can still let yourself enjoy the things that you like. And finally, one of the most important things for me was actually managing to get some sessions in. We found a local gym, it was pretty affordable, and we were able to get a few good quality sessions in, really helping our calorie burn and helping us stay in that calorie deficit. This is actually really important to me because even though we're spending time away, 45 minutes, 1 hour out of your day to actually go and work out doesn't really equate to much. But the consistency throughout the weeks will definitely snowball and definitely add up, so it was great that we got to get that in. So how did we do? We spent 7 days away, not tracking our calories, being mindful of what we ate, trying to eat whole foods, trying to get our steps, our workouts in, and even treating ourselves to a few drinks. And after that week, did we manage to do it? In the previous week, we were at 79.4 kilos, and we actually stalled on this number for a fair few days, only dropping 0.6 kilos shy of our 1 kilo per week target. And that was with workouts that were dialed in, every single calorie tracked, and arguably a perfect environment. So this week, after traveling, eating out, and enjoying myself a little bit more, the weight actually read 77.9 kilos. So we had gone from stalling and only losing 0.6 kilos in the perfect environment to actually losing 1.5 kilos in just 1 week without any of that. We eyeballed our food, we just tried to get our steps in and tried to get workouts in when we could. And this means we're actually on pace for our goal of losing 6 kilos a week, sitting at a total of 2.1 kilos dropped over 2 weeks. So there we have it. That answers a question. We can actually lose weight without having to track every single calorie. This is what lifestyle fat loss looks like. You're able to still do the things that you enjoy, and you're still able to lose weight without it taking over your life. That's week 2 down. We're officially down over 2 kilos. We have 30 days left to go of this challenge. Week 3 starts tomorrow, and we've got just under 4 kilos left to go. If you're enjoying this series, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.